do you think Latinos are so superstitious?
I don't know. I want to say maybe it's like if they're Catholic, maybe that's something instilled in them. But also I feel like it's something left over from before the Spanish came, like to Latin American countries. Before, I liked how Chupacabra put it in our other episode of pre-contact. I like how he said that. I feel like it has to do with something like that, right?
Yeah, I think it's like ancient and old explanations for things they didn't understand, and being able to put it in some kind of context, even though it's probably not scientifically correct. But I'm very superstitious. I wasn't as a kid. Like my mom is so superstitious, and I was like, you're being too much. And now that I'm older, I'm like, nope, she's right, and I agree, and I am the same. No.
It's hard just because like I feel the same way. I feel like I always try to question if like things come from superstition or from ancient practice. I don't know if it's ancient, but from our previous pre-contact practices, because like sometimes like when kids get sick and when people fall ill, like my family will like, oh, está empachado, and you have to like rub them down and like curandero style, and I'm like, is that medicine? Is that medicine that's derived from like Catholic practice, or is that like witchcraft? Like,
Yeah.
is that witchcraft? I don't know. I definitely do believe that they connect at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there are some superstitions that my mom is very into, and I'm wondering if they were in your family. Oh
my God.
Do it!
Do it! What are you doing?
Is it the right or the left?
I don't. Left? It's a left. It's a left. You gotta do like in Bruno and Encanto. He just puts it over both shoulders.
Yeah, just to be safe.
In my family, my tia says that if you drop it, you have to pass it.
Oh yeah, you also have to pass it. Yeah.
To the left. I don't know why. Is that a full circle thing? I don't know. Oh, you also have to do it?
No, I'm doing it in case. I'm not messing around with that.
I'm sorry for whoever has to sweep up. It's gonna be us.
Do people in your families also choose lottery numbers based on their dreams?
Oh, what?
What?
I didn't know that.
I've never heard of that. My family always does random. They do one random one, and then they do one number based off of like people, like birthdays or something.
I know birthdays.
Definitely birthdays. I feel like people in my family will have a dream like the number 33, and then they'll play it.
And have anyone won?
I mean, like a little bit of money here and there, but not like real winning.
How do you dream about numbers? Like they just appear to you in the dream?
I dream about bathrooms. I would like to dream about numbers and money.
Yeah, same.
Okay, how about this one? Do you guys? My mom really, still to this day, pushes this one that you should never keep your purse or bag on the floor. It must always be up because you need to keep your money high so it doesn't leave you.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I have never been told that. I've only learned about it just from like learning about other people's superstitions here, but I always just thought you didn't put it on the floor because it was dirty. Not that it goes the money, but I feel like it's very common, at least in Mexico, where like when you go to restaurants, they give you a little bag hook for you to put your bags, and occasionally,
I wish they did that here.
Occasionally at some, I feel like Mexican restaurants, they will provide you with like a bag holder thing, but it's not very common in the States, which I feel like it should be. Because some of these chairs that you guys be having in your nice restaurants, my bag can't fit on there, okay? Give me my little bag hook.
I am not putting my bag. Even there, look, I wouldn't put it on the floor. It's on the stool. Because I was like, I'm not putting it on the floor. But that was a big one for my mom. And my friend Lorena, who's also Dominican, she was visiting LA, and our other friend had her purse on the floor.
Ooh.
And Lorena was like, pick it up! And she like went over and grabbed it. She was like, no, put your bag on the floor! And I was like, oh, maybe this is like a Dominican thing. Like, we will not put our stuff on the floor.
We have the same belief as well in El Salvador. I think we also believe that it's like if you put it on the floor, you're attracting the bad luck and the dirtiness from the floor. So, same thing.
Then I wonder, is that just trying to tell us, like, the floor is dirty, or you might forget your purse, like, so put it higher?
Look,
I have a lot of debt right now, too, and my bag's on the floor, so I should probably go pick it up.
You know what it is? I mean, I'm going to say it. My family comes from a third world country, you know, where, like, we, like, bleach the chicken, the fish. My grandma used to bleach fish before cooking it. Like, she would legit put Clorox, bleach in the thingy, wash it with bleach, because that's the best way you can sanitize the meats.
Whoa.
I don't know. Was it crazy? I don't know.
That sounds kind of like.
But I feel like survival, right?
Yeah.
So anything to prevent anything bad happening because you don't have money, you don't have resources, you will do. Even as crazy as it sounds, you won't even like try to think about it twice before that happens to you. This is why superstitions are so hard in the Latino community, because it's like you can't afford for anything terrible to happen to you.
Yeah.
It's like a way to make it feel like this is under your control at least a little bit.
Yeah.
If I don't do this, or if I do this, I have a better shot at getting the thing I want.
Yeah, like New Year's, all those
Oh,
traditions.
so
of
much
New
with New Year's, the grapes. Also, you have to clean, like you
Yeah.
have to clean, or if the New Year catches you like dirty, you're gonna have a bad year. You have to clean the house.
The luggage.
The luggage.
Yeah.
If you want to
underwear.
go on a trip, the underwear.
I was gonna say on the underwear, I think it's interesting. There's at least for us, there was like pregnant. Like if you're doing a pregnancy, if you're pregnant, you should wear like a red underwear
Yeah.
during the eclipse, like things like that.
Oh
are
yes, my family
supposed
does
to
do
prevent
that.
you,
Yeah.
For me, it's like it can't hurt. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna do it. Are people in your countries afraid of owls? Dominicans are super afraid of owls.
Really?
Why? What the owl do to you?
Because apparently, if you see an owl, something bad's going to happen. Like maybe someone's gonna die. And if they make a noise, like they hoot at you, it's even worse.
Oh,
Run
you're
away.
dying.
Run.
I
You're
think
dying.
Mexicans are like that with crows.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
How about this one? And this is another one my mom was like, she enforced in our house. If you're on your period, you do not wash your hair.
Oh.
I don't really know why.
I've never heard of that.
I never
Oh my
gotten mine, so I
God.
don't know.
Well, it's the same thing with women who have recently given birth. They shouldn't wash their hair.
I didn't hear about
yeah.
that.
And
Yeah.
they would use like oil to clean their hair because they shouldn't wash it for like so much time.
Interesting.
If it rains when the sun is out, that means a witch is getting married.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Sweet. Let it rain during the sun
Let
all
it
the time.
rain during a witch's wedding.
That's pretty good. Do you guys have El Cuco or El Cucuy?
Yes.
We call him El Cuco.
El Cucuy. I mean, it's funny because I wasn't raised like learning about El Cucuy. La Llorona, yes. El
I grew up
Chupacabra,
without
you didn't?
Let's
I
have
didn't
a
hear about La
silence
Llorona
for La
till
Llorona.
See, and I think it's because El Cucuy is more Caribbean, right? Or is it also Central American?
Well, it's funny because we actually deep dove. I can't say this word today. Deep dove. We went right up in there, and we researched that El Cucuy, El Cuco, they're all within the same person.
It's the same myth.
Even in the even in the UK, even in Spain, they have El Cucuy, El Cuco. So it's like the same man, the boogeyman.
The boogeyman.
Okay.
It's
The
our
boogeyman,
boogeyman.
the boogeyman, pero in Espanol we name it kind of creepier because, as we should. But I didn't specifically grow up with El Cuco, El Cucuy. However, because I am from LA, I heard it from my Mexican friends.
See, I just knew of El Chupacabra y La Llorona.
Isn't El Chupacabra like Puerto Rican?
Yeah, my Puerto Rican uncle used to really push the chupacabra
well,
on us.
then why
and
did-
he would show us fake news reportings of chupacabras eating animals in Puerto Rico, and he would show them to us like they were real, and we would get so scared.
I would see that on Primer Impacto.
Oh, yes.
But
That's what he was showing us probably. Huh?
Yeah.
But also Scooby-Doo has a movie, Scooby-Doo
yes.
in Mexico, and it's with the Chupacabra character.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny how it's a Puerto Rican, it sounds like it's like or maybe originated in Puerto Rico, creature when
In reality.
when Scooby-Doo thought it was Mexican.
I could see Scooby-Doo getting that wrong. Do you guys have the utensils falling? If you drop a spoon or a fork, it'll mean a man or a woman is coming to visit, depending on what it was.
What? That's crazy. We had this one with money. If no, not this specific one, but it reminded me of another one. My brain is going.
No, please.
It's superstizing right now. My grandma would say that if you turn on the burner on the stove, and that if it's whistling, you know how sometimes it whistles and you hear that means money is coming.
Please whistle stove.
Or if your hand itches, money's coming.
I'm
Yes!
constantly itching my hand.
Yes.
And I'm in debt.
si te
Someone
pics-
make it sense.
Make it make
Y
sense.
si te pica el culo, what does that mean?
Oh.
What does that mean? You're losing money?
Yeah.
My mom and all her sisters are also. I grew up thinking they were really paranoid, but really they're afraid of the evil eye. Like they're very like if something good is about to happen to you, you shouldn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
You know, or like if you have a secret, you shouldn't tell anyone. If you're about to get married, you shouldn't tell anyone until it's like you shouldn't say anything until it's officially definitely happening because somebody who wishes you ill will will it away from you. And my mom is a
Interesting.
very big believer in that. Like I'll be telling her something like, "Oh, mom, I'm up for this job." Well, don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
You know, like she's very like, keep it to yourself. But I realize now that that is just a sense of like preservation.
Yeah.
You know, and also like if you talk about things too early, sometimes you do sabotage yourself.
Yeah.
So it comes from a place that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I thought they were paranoid as kids, and now I'm like so on board with it.
No, my parents have always said that to me too. And I didn't understand it until I started kind of believing in like the energy that you put out in the world like comes back to you, or like how other people's energy affects it. Cause like I've caught myself like telling people that I'm excited about like an audition or maybe an interview that we have coming up. And I feel like because we've said it and it doesn't happen, like I'm like, which one of y'all's stanky ass energy affected this opportunity?